It is officially March, which, you know what that means? We're a quarter of the way through the year, which is insane because it feels like it was January and, December and Christmas and that sort of thing, like a week ago. It feels like it was just like a week ago we were out doing fun things with family, and yeah, it's pretty insane. But nonetheless, we're not here to talk about time, but we are here to talk about movies and TV shows and that sort of thing. Now, today in specific, being March, we're gonna have to go into a more uncomfortable subject. A subject that nobody wants to talk about, specifically on a channel like this. It's the type of thing that I dread talking about, but I feel like it's necessary to talk about so that we can all understand each other. And I know what you're probably asking yourself. You're probably here saying, okay, what is so uncomfortable about what you're going to say? But it's true. No channel wants to get into subjects like these, and the subject in that specific way is one person. I do a channel that talks about movies, TV shows, gaming, that sort of thing, but I don't talk about one specific person, and that's not something that I like to talk about. But there was an exception back during the beginning of my channel where I talked about one specific person, and that was Ella Balinska. Now, if you want to go and check out that video, it's all the way back to when I started this channel, and it talked about how I feel like Ella Balinska wasn't getting any opportunities, and I go into a little bit of depth in that video. So if you want to go and check out that video, go over there, check out that video, watch it, but understand that this video is going to be a little bit more different than that video, because I feel like this one person in the sort of Hollywood bubble is regarded as someone that is very talented. And she is. And the person I am talking about today is Rachel Zegler. Now, I know that you already guessed that by the thumbnail, and I'm not here to, make it look like, oh, you didn't know. I know you guys knew because you saw the thumbnail. But I wanted to talk about her in a very broad sense here, because as of recently, Rachel Zegler has been on, multiple movies. She popped up in Y2K. She has been doing her, Broadway Romeo and Juliet, which is amazing. I mean, I didn't even get a chance to see that show, and I know for a fact that it's probably fantastic. I know how talented she is vocally, because she can really sing and convey emotions when she sings and when she acts as well. She's fantastic at what she does. She even showed up in the Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I think that's what the name of the movie was. But she showed up in that as well, and I mean, come on. I mean, she's very much in a range of different projects. Even Shazam 2, she showed up in there as well. So I mean, there's a lot of different little projects out there that we see her in, and we know that she is talented. We know how well she acts and how good her acting chops are. So I mean, there's nothing to critique about her work. But I feel like the internet likes to mix things up. Things that have nothing to do with someone's capabilities with something completely exterior. So what exactly could that exterior thing be? Well, I know a lot of people have seen videos of her online critiquing politics, critiquing things that are, in society, how she views even the very character that she's about to play in a movie coming out this very month, in about a week or so, in Snow White. And saying that, she was, sort of like a damsel in distress, and, she felt kind of bored by the original. And I understand that a lot of people would be like, oh, okay, fine. She is not really connected to that original character or anything. But I know for a fact that she is a fan of that character, and I don't have to go very far. You can just go online and type in her name, and you can find photos of her when she was younger, when she was, going to Disney, and she either Disney bounds or dresses up as, Snow White. So, I mean, she understands who this character is, at its core. And for her to say that she was bored by the original, I mean, I understand where she can come from, because it's an older movie and that sort of thing. And I understand that people are gonna find ways to attack her on that one subject. But ultimately, I feel like it's her opinion. And I feel like a lot of people take that opinion seriously. They feel like, oh, she doesn't love this character enough. She isn't supposed to be doing a character because she doesn't love this character enough. And I feel like she does love this character. So much so that Disney was able to confide their, trust in Rachel Zegler in order to pull this off. And I know a lot of people are like, we don't trust Disney because Disney has been too, they've been mixing things up in ways that people don't like. At least that's what other people say. But I have to say, when it comes to the talent and her capabilities as an actress, I think Disney did a great job. They did a really great job of casting her as Snow White. Now, whether or not the movie is good or not, I'm not here to say. I don't know if the movie is good or not. I didn't see the movie. So there's no way of me judging of whether or not this movie is going to be good or not. I think it will be, based on what I've seen from her prior. Now, that's one thing, her stance on the character itself. Now, another thing that I don't understand is why they are so keen on placing a bubble around Snow White and saying that Snow White can't look like Rachel Zegler. Rachel Zegler doesn't look like Snow White. And a lot of people are gonna say stuff on the internet, stuff that makes no sense whatsoever, due to the simple fact that they want somebody that looks like that character in that role. Now, I don't have to go very far. We had very recently a Little Mermaid movie, and they put Halle Bailey as the main character, as the Little Mermaid. That movie did pretty well. The box office did pretty well. I'm not gonna say that it broke box office records, but it did a pretty well job, and that movie was really good. I mean, if you haven't had a chance to go see The Little Mermaid with Halle Bailey, go see it. That's a really good movie. Really good movie. And it's actually my first time watching The Little Mermaid, which is really strange because ultimately I could have watched the animation, but I ended up watching this movie first, and honestly, I loved it. And I think that if I were to watch the animated version, I would love it too. But then again, that's an opinion of mine. And maybe you didn't like the movie. Maybe you didn't like Halle Bailey. Maybe you liked Halle Bailey, but you didn't like, the original. That's your opinion. And you're okay with that, and it's okay to share those opinions. The problem becomes when you start to incite these opinions in a way of attacking a specific actor. And that is where we are right now with the Rachel Zegler situation. A lot of people are attacking her, are vilifying her for the views that she has and saying that because of the views and opinions she has, she is not capable or should not be in this position to play this character. Here's the thing though, and this is what I want you guys to think. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of actors that I watch on TV, a lot of people who I enjoy personally listening to and you know, getting to understand their sense of humor and understanding their way of thinking and that sort of thing. A lot of people out there have very varying degrees of you know, complete separation of what I actually understand and what I like and what I support, that I support them. So it's the sort of thing that people are not understanding. Instead of vilifying and attacking somebody solely because their opinion of something exists, it's not good. And frankly, that is the toxic part of the entire experience that we try to have when we go to see a movie or when we go to see a TV show or something like that. I feel like the attack on Rachel Zegler is unnecessary and uncalled for. You know, like I said, there's a lot of people who I watch on TV who I enjoy to watch, and I completely disagree with them on a lot of different issues, but I enjoy their work. I respect their work because they stood up and did their job and they succeeded at their job. Now, whether or not their opinions are different than mine, that's a different story. And we can have discussions, we can have arguments, but to say that we need to attack somebody solely based on an opinion or an approach on something, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not that sort of person. You know, to attack somebody on that, you know? I hope that a lot of people have the open-mindedness to see Rachel Zegler and think, you know what? She's a talented actress. She's going to do really well in this role. She probably doesn't look ideally like the character that I wanted her to look like, but I'm going to give her a chance. For me, I could care less if it's Rachel Zegler or somebody who is of, you know, a different skin color than her, of a different ethnicity, of a different background as hers, of different viewpoints as hers. I don't care. I just want the story to be good. I just want them to succeed in telling a good story. Whether or not the person looks or thinks different or thinks differently than I am, that I, you know, want to express myself as, that's not my problem. And frankly, it doesn't matter, you know? Just like when I share my opinions on this channel, that's my opinion to you guys, and that's what sparks discussions. Now, if someone is willing to attack somebody based on that, I think that's wrong, and it just makes the movie community, the movie lover community, toxic and just absolutely, you know, not what I want to be a part of. So that's where I have come to. This is where everything just comes together. I wish Rachel Zegler an immense amount of success. An immense amount of success, because I feel like she is fantastic as an actress, as a performer, a vocal performer as well. I really wish her an immense amount of success, you know. I really hope that she does a great job as Snow White, because it's such a classic character. And I really hope that Disney made an incredible decision in casting her as that character. And hopefully the movie is a massive success for Disney. So honestly, I'm putting all the good vibes that I can into this movie so that hopefully it gets the reception it deserves. But like all things on my channel, these were just my opinions. Just the way I think. It was a bit of a rant as well. You know, I try to put ideas and thoughts together in this video so that you guys understand where I'm coming from. And hopefully you guys as well are coming from the same place. Or maybe not. Maybe you completely disagree with the way I am seeing this. And if it's that scenario, I want to hear from you. I want to hear down below why you disagree with me. Why do you think that Rachel Zegler being a Disney princess or being, put on a spotlight in a classic character is wrong? I want to hear from you. I specifically want to hear from you if that is the case. And if that's not the case and you agree with me, then put that down below too. I want to hear from you why you think I'm right. I love to hear and start conversations about this. As much as I don't like talking about one singular person, I would like to start a conversation with you down below about what you think. Do you think that she deserves all the hate, or she does not deserve all this hate? I want to hear from you. I want to hear from your thoughts down in the comments below. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when new videos go live on this channel. And thank you so much for watching this video. And I'll see you in the next video.
Scrolling through YouTube, same old routine, then bam, movie savant, what a scene. Trivia bombshells dropping knowledge like rain. Forget the dishes, gotta watch it again. Movie buffs unite, savants to place. Subscribe and hit the bell, don't leave a trace. Next level knowledge keeps you in the loop. Savants got the scoop, ain't nothing to recoup.